Good evening. Anyone out there? What's up, man? What's up, Chris? Everyone's doing well. Good evening. There you go. Alright, I just sent you Discord. Whoop. I don't know where Anna is. She'll be here. Dun 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 dun. Can you hear me loud and clear? Awesome. Comes Anna. Whew. Hello.
Hello. Let's see here. Just set everything up here. So, yeah.
Things are good.
Yeah, you found the maps I put in Dropbox?
Nope. I didn't even know they were in Dropbox.
Okay, they're in Dropbox.
Oh. I don't know if I will try.
Come on, you have a supercomputer now. There's
but,
no excuse. You just install Dropbox and they will be on your hard drive. You install the Dropbox client and they will be on your hard drive. You don't need to do anything. You just install it and they will be there magically, and you can just
magically. Okay.
Yes, that's what you do. It's called 21st century IT technology. It's been around for half a century now. So
okay.
Cloud and all that, so to speak. It's switch computers. Come on. Yeah. Don't be a Luddite.
I understand it, Anna. I'm just saying. I wish you had told me before we went live. That's all I'm saying.
That's okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that way I would have had at least 10 seconds to get them.
Well, you have them. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I should have.
Yeah, because they're not on. It's not on my hard drive. I got to down.
That's why you install Dropbox. They will be on your hard drive. That they will be there. So yeah.
Yes, Death Knights. Yes, Death Knights versus vampires tonight. That's
it's
exactly
LNL maps.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Dropbox. Yep. We do Death Knights tonight. Ooh.
That was Josh starting trouble already.
It's an audible.
Yeah. So
need to
1 second
start
here.
Twitch here.
Which Dropbox? Just the one between you and me, or Fantasy Mapping Show?
Yep, the one between you and me.
What's
It's
it
called
under? What subfolder?
LL Maps.
Got it.
LNL Maps.
Oh my
Yep.
God. There's like 20 here.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 hours.
If it crashes the stream, everyone, here we go.
Oh no, they're small. They're not my map, so they don't crash streams.
Well, no, but it's just, you know, it's another thing I just have to do while live. I try not to do anything live.
You have a new computer. You can do anything live now. Yeah. And a new beefy computer, 128 gigabyte of RAM. There's no excuse.
Right, but
the faster graphics card
Lower
than I use, so no
everything
worries.
else I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
So optimistic.
Yep. And tiny. Yeah, and these are not my maps, Gaetano, so there is no excuse. These will not crash.
No, it's just that
Yeah.
I'm just...
If you go my computers, it will crash it all along. So yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this is awesome from Chuck. It's not it's not copying over there because it's at 30%. Well. Okay. It must be because I got like 8 other things running because it's like dun, 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 and it's
Playing with fire.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
They're not big.
I know. That's what's worried. It's only at 53%. That's been like
They're tiny.
yeah, they're 58. Just like,
They're not big. No biggie.
ta-da! Huh. Awesome. So everyone knows stream tonight, stream tomorrow night. And then off till Monday.
You're supposed to roll in here tomorrow. All that Christmas sprinkles coming
Could have been in Greyhawk Wars, that's funny. Everyone's doing well, and their holidays are going okay so far. That's good.
And I just realized I forgot to put a map from Mike in there. The elephant map.
Oh no.
I pulled
Yep.
some. I pulled some. I
Oh,
did
good.
web searches.
Yeah.
And
sure
I,
most of it is crap.
and I think I put I think I put your original in the safe, so I don't.
Oh, good. So did you scan it new?
No, I haven't scanned it yet. I need to take my
Oh,
camera
okay.
and take a proper
And
picture of it because it's too big to scan. So I need to
Yeah.
take a picture of it, and I got the lighting now, so I can.
So the
put
picture
top,
you have is the one I took?
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good, good.
Mhm.
Oh,
All
that's a
right.
terrible picture.
Yeah, so I
Survived.
need to have a better one. So yep, have a good scan of it. But it's in the. Yeah, I think I put away some of the other stuff in there too that I only have originals of that I don't have
Very cool.
digitized. Yep.
Well, I'm glad to be part of that collection.
Oh, that's an awesome map. I think I put it in there because I put some Greyhawk stuff that I don't have digitized.
Interesting. Well, maybe we can talk about it later. I was like, the reason why I made that map the way I did is I think a
Yeah,
halfway good story.
that's super cool. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I have some of the other stuff here too, so we can.
March. Okay. I'm looking to see if we have any. I don't think we have any duplicates, Anna, which is good. I'm looking just through these, and I don't think I have any of these.
No, I
so-
tried to take. I have some
wondering.
odd ones, some odd ones out there that I think are.
Oh,
and-
we
and
do
I-
have one. We have the mics. We have the mics one. The C the C.
Oh
one.
yeah, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I didn't. There's a
Thanks,
couple of
Margaret.
them that I know you will take. Aaron Frokies, for instance.
Yeah, I have all
Aaron
that,
Froki.
folks. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
all
because
his,
you. Yeah, so I knew you would take them. Otherwise,
Yeah,
because they're. Of course, we have to talk about them and show them.
Yeah.
But I
Do
knew you
you
would have them in
guys-
your collection.
Do you guys have any that you don't know the author?
Yes,
I think I have a few that I don't know the author too.
yes,
so,
I have
okay.
at least one.
Well, we'll see if. Yeah,
Well, someone will know it.
exactly.
I don't know because I've had posts on this one like, where did you get that map? So yeah, and I was like, I just did it on a web search, and so it's come live.
Yeah,
We'll ask our detective.
We're gonna ask
exactly. Now we
ask
have the.
the esteemed audience. Whoops.
Yep.
See. Boom. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm in holiday mode, so I'm a little bit frazzled here. J.K. Lorgazumba with me, Greg Mike Bridges and Anna Meyer on a
Yes.
Wednesday
Go
night.
Colts.
And I'm getting better. I have no. I
Oh,
don't
so good
feel
to
ill
hear.
today. So it's the first day I haven't been in like 10 days. I haven't felt terrible underwater. So it's good. I'm back again.
It's really,
So,
really good to hear.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Gary and Mike, sorry to go off on football, and a 33 nothing, and you lose the game.
Tank,
I don't know if I've ever-
tank.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything at all like that. So, but that's okay. All right, so we got another classic D&D reprint giveaway, and yes, esteemed. So another Mike idea here: maps of all kinds. Good topic.
Yep.
And
Greyhawk kinds then.
yeah, Greyhawk maps of all
Kind of
kinds.
Yes.
left.
And this is Mike came up with 3 ideas a couple weeks ago. Look at that timing.
Timing.
Yes. Hey, John, Blue Box, Rob, see you tomorrow night for a little quickie continuation of our BattleTech game. Great to see you all. Hey, Keith. So we got a great discussion tonight, everyone. It's going to be on just a whole bunch of slew of different types of maps for Greyhawk. It's like open season. I have at least. How many do I have here? I have 7 that the author claims no one has ever seen before.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right then.
Yes, and I will. They're not on this in the scroller, and they're only going to go up on the screen, and then they're not going to anyone. So that's that. So I'm going to show them at some point too. So we'll get there. We got some really great things coming on tonight. And John at Blue Box, that was a really cool discussion. Thank you also very much. As we get cranking here, we're not showing Anna's map, and we're
not talking about Anna.
no
No,
Anna map tonight.
Yeah.
And no Darlene map tonight. We're going
Take
with
it back,
other
Gary.
maps. Now,
Yep.
here's my
This is for the community.
Ruined from the Ashes taped, and I throw all the miscellaneous maps I have in here. All right. All like like here we go. So we got the Greyhawk City color map that Gary hates. We got the Greyhawk City inside map that Gary hates. We have. I'm sorry, Gary, I'm just busting. We got the under. I love this one. We got the sewer Greyhawk map.
Yeah.
Marklands map. From the Ashes Greyhawk area map. Free City Greyhawk box set area map.
Good one.
Oh wait a minute.
Mine's laminated.
Cool. That other one may have been Marklands. This one maybe. I don't know. I get them all confused. What else I got here? I forget where this came out of. The Alhaster map.
That was part of
Age
the
of Worms.
exactly
That's
Age of Worms
okay.
stuff.
All
Yeah,
right.
so 2005 or something like that. Was
Yeah.
it?
Cool.
Time
Somewhere around there.
flies.
I guess this was a newer version of Darlene's map. I don't know what that one
That's
was.
that's the From the Ashes that had blue.
Okay, but it was
edges.
a reprint of Darlene's.
Exactly. Yes, it's a same Darlene map, but they had blue borders instead of white borders. So
I couldn't find my Diamond Lake map, which upset me. It's somewhere downstairs. I couldn't find that one from the dungeon. And then, of course, my prized possession, which was the Malden Greyhawk City map, which took me 3 years to get. So, this one here. And then all these, which you can still get, on Paizo's site, right? The Lazaretti Greyhawk
I
map?
think they still have them
All 4
left, yeah,
parts of
because
this?
they had, as long as they had print
4 parts.
issues of Dungeon magazine with them in, and they
Yeah.
sold them for only a few
Sure.
years ago. I knew you could get them, so you might
Very
be able
cool.
to go to Paizo's site and get printed copies.
Nice.
So you have
Nice.
to find
So
it.
all
Yeah.
those, and that's just some. I mean, there's maps galore. Tim's got a ton of maps. And, they're not
I wouldn't be
Greyhawk.
half surprised if Lazaretti himself can sell those maps.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, we know that he did Carlos's maps, right?
Yeah.
For Fireland.
Yeah, but I think that the deal was with Wizard of the Coast. They could sell unlabeled versions of the map because there are several versions of some of the Wizard of the Coast maps that they sold printed unlabeled versions. That was not
give me one of
labeled.
those.
Yes. So there were some of them that they did that were unlabeled. So that might be the case on this map too. So yeah.
So. I got a lot of maps now, and on the machine, and so let's start with this one because I want to know what's going on these. Let's go. This is a Mike map, and we got. This is the one. This and another map. When I put them out there on all the posts, I got a ton of what's going on with that map. That's really awesome.
Oh, these are historic maps.
Yes,
that was a series of historic maps.
I got this off of Greyhawkery.
Oh, and I got that off of Greyhawk Grognard.
Oh, this is Joe Block. Okay,
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if he created it. No.
I have visit source. So hang on a second here.
These things get passed around.
And it's disappeared.
Exactly.
The original links are no longer. It was a photo bucket site that someone belonging to someone, Quint Pendick. I don't know who Quint Pendick. Yeah,
I recall that name.
Yeah, so Quint Pendick I think was the original because I grabbed them from there and now they're gone from there, and several others posted them too.
And isn't that it's an animated GIF?
Right. I snipped this.
Yeah, it's a series of maps. He did like one. Let's see here from C130 all the way up until the later the 579.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 maps, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A brilliant
9,
idea for a map.
10, 11, 12.
Yeah, different eras.
12 maps going from 130 C130 to 579 in roughly about 100-year intervals or something like that.
Yeah.
So here was what I got out of this. I had and a gentleman he does a YouTube vids Mr. Miller, right? And he asked me from these maps, was Blackmore part of the Great Kingdom ever?
Yes,
it was.
I think it was borderline Great Kingdom. I think it was
for a very short while.
Yeah.
I
think it was kind of borderline up Great Kingdom.
The gray is mountain ranges for the most part. Gray is mountain
Yes,
ranges.
briefly.
From what I
Yeah,
can
well,
see, yeah.
unclaimed territory.
Yeah.
The light gray. Yeah,
Right.
the dark gray in some
And this is
areas.
130 common year, so this is kind of cool. Just showing you,
Yeah.
like Vesfi of, I don't know what that says, Ven realms, Vesfi
Yep.
Olven realms. Duh, jeez, my gosh. Yeah. So, oh yes, briefly is the answer. Very
Yeah.
cool.
130 redux or whatever it's called. Then that 130C that shows Grey Kingdom at its peak. So it's the next map in the order, so to speak. Then that includes Peril Land and Blackmoor and up there towards, so Land of Ayus and stuff. Horn Society or Hornlands, Horn Society, and
Yeah, so I think that I love exploring these third party and individual. Yeah,
Yep.
Vespi was part of the Great Kingdom. You're saying this realm up here was part of the Great Kingdom in 130. Okay.
Not so much
That's what Gary
Vespi
says.
is, yeah, but that is not according to this map. He has 130.
Right.
Blackmoor and Land of Ayus is part of it, but not Vespi, according to
Right.
his
Gary
research.
says
So,
the
yeah.
Northern Rovers were too. So this is great. This is why I wanted to have this discussion, you know, and get these maps up and just talk about them, because it's like, all right. So, but that's really cool. So these are from a long since defunct site. So
yes, yeah,
right.
and they've been around. So we should, yeah. I try to grab as much as I can when I get away with it, when I find it. So
yeah.
A lot of the maps that I've pulled or posted or featured on Greyhawkery from other people's sources. Yeah, those lots of times the links go
right.
dry.
Well, I think I have some of yours. So how about tonight? The holiday season, we do the Vecna, we do a Vecna Lives reprint. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's
all right. How's that sound for a giveaway? So we'll rock and roll that. Thanks, Keith. We'll rock and roll with that. So here's I just put a backdrop up. I'll put Malden's Greyhawk as the backdrop. Here's another one.
Yep.
Thank you for the follow. This has got to be a Mike map. No, I got. Oh my God, nope. That's Aaron Frog. We'll get to Aaron stuff.
Right now you're showing.
That's not you either. But here, I pulled it up. So.
This one. I saw this one. It's.
Benoit Poir. It says.
It's a kind of a complete homebrew version of Greyhawk, because it's so many things that are completely different. So the Greyhawk city is gone, by the way, and stuff. So
diverse looking. I remember seeing that. And
Cards
thinking,
Gates
wow.
on here. So they're using Necromancer game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the city of Greyhawk is gone and stuff like that. So yeah. And the rivers are different and the coastline and all that. So it's kind of
it's very complex.
Exactly. It's a Ygsburg map.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
I like the map, apart from the fact that the rivers are completely bonkers when it comes to the drainage. It doesn't follow any real rules for anything, so to speak. So it's kind of weird that way. Yeah.
So okay, I'm still looking for one of Mike's here as I misclicked, but that was a good one here. I know I got. Where is it, Mike? It says it has the word wastes at the bottom. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
My mini maps.
Yes, there you go. Awesome. There's a Mike one.
So I thought, well, I'm going to do a map of the waste, but from the perspective of someone who's in the waste. So it's north looking south.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool because you got the coastline done right. Then it's really
No, I think it's cool, man. I think it's really cool.
Me
the
too.
whole thing's just the size of a postcard.
Yeah.
I didn't put the Altamira one up because I was like, I'm not going to do that tonight.
Yes, I was wasted when I did that one.
Yeah. But it's upside down. Thanks, Celtic. Yeah, which is cool. You get the burning cliffs, not the thunder cliffs.
Black Blade Publishing at Gary Con sells these little bitty
nice
hex map.
Yes, and that's Alan Growe's company. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So all right, well there you go. There's another Mike one. So we're just gonna bounce around, right? Let me see what else I have in the fun bag here. All right, tell me what this is. This is a hand drawn one.
Oh wow.
I
I'm not
think
sure.
I've seen that one. Is that part of Castle Greyhawk?
No.
One of the... No, it's not. Okay.
That's not. Anyone, let's see if the audience gets it. What is this?
Is this a quiz or are you asking?
Well, yes. Oh, Gatano got it. It's the layer of the
So-
Drolsna Shokanth.
Ah,
It's a
there you
Shokanth
go.
map. Yeah. So
Huh.
very
Awesome.
cool. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. It's all colored up and all, and
Yeah.
it's got
Mhm.
So really neat. Neat one to
Yeah.
find.
Back
So,
in the
a
old school
legend.
days. Yeah.
And you had to go
Okay.
through all the doors before you could even get in. So. No,
I-
this
I-
is
okay.
actually someone redid them, just colorized and did it. Maybe they were mapping it out and then they colorized it afterwards. This is actually the lower level of Shokanth. Yeah, this is it. Definitely.
Love.
Yeah.
him.
This is just the random stuff I found on the internet, man.
Amazing.
Random stuff I found on the internet. One more, and then we're gonna hop into some Anna ones here. This is, and I think he's live now. I believe this is DM Dave's from Guild Superiors that I found. I think this is his of Sassarine.
That's what's part of the published in Paizohawk.
That's just a Paizohawk
That's
published
published.
one. All right, that's
Yep.
wrong.
Yep,
a good
I
map.
from the
It's a good
it's
map. I opened the
part
wrong
of the
one.
campaign. Yeah, so it was in Dungeon or Dragon magazine when they had the articles. I recognize it from that part. It's an early one, but it's
okay.
part there. Yeah.
I had another. I have. You know what? I have too many freaking maps here, and
You can never have too many many
Well, that's true.
maps.
Oh, here it is. I'm
no,
sorry. Here it is. Here's Dave's. Here's Dave's.
Okay.
This is Dave's.
That
Yeah,
mhm.
that's Dave's. There you go.
Moonmergen stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
this
Dave
is
from
cool.
Guild Superior. I'm almost
Yeah,
positive that's his map.
Yeah,
So,
that looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah,
map.
He was definitely
And-
getting into sequences.
Yeah, you
well,
can,
he
you
did
can
Ghost of
never-
Saltmarsh. They ran Ghost of Saltmarsh for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's my guess as to what happened with that. Oh, man. Thanks. So Dan Weirdo won those signed books on Friday night, man. That was awesome. So hopefully, did you get with Chuck? Get it all taken care of? I hope it all went well there. So, all right. Yeah, so a neat one there. And this has got to be, is that, what program is that, Anna? Is that,
that could be one of the Incarnate,
I think it is.
or one
Pretty
of
popular.
the similar ones that there's like 3 or 4 different ones that functions the same way, that has really cool built-in assets and stuff, and you can do it like Dungeon Fog, Incarnate. There's a couple of
Thank
3
you
or
so
4
very
others
much.
that are really good that you can do cool stuff with.
Scott-
So yeah.
Gary says he sees his towns on here that got a lot of an unpublished map. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
And
So it's a cool one.
Yeah,
Yep.
it definitely is a really
Nice.
neat map there.
Mhm.
For all right, so let me close some of these out here, and thank you all for the support tonight.
Incarnate.
Now I have 2
Okay,
other
awesome.
subfolders.
Yep.
Anna, which one you want to go to first?
Take the Medio map first there, because it's not because it's a Medio, it's because who did it, and it's part of the series. These looks like 8-bit graphics as you
Yeah, I was
zoom
gonna
in.
say that's old.
Yeah, and it was done in the early 2000s, I think, by Braggy. He did a whole set where he placed every module. He did the whole Flanese in this style, placing every module ever. So if you want the module location, Google the Braggy Atlas, and it was a series of PDFs where he listed them all, and it was
Holy
done.
shit! The Shrine of Isildur is on here.
Yeah,
we
he
went over
did-
these.
Yeah, he did an amazing
Sorry.
work. So I want to
I
point it
wanna
out. I don't
say
know
those
exactly where you
maps
could.
Used
Sorry?
to be on Cannon Fire.
Oh yeah, I
I
think
don't know if
that's
they
where I
still are,
posted
but-
them first. Yeah, there's a series of PDFs that by the Braggy Atlas. I think it's
He
like
had
12
yeah,
or
just
13 of
Atlas.
them or
This
something.
is
So, yeah.
Campaign Cartographer 3 or the original?
No, I'm not sure what. Maybe it was the campaign cartographer.
I
I'm
think
not
it
sure
is.
which one
It
he.
looks
Yeah,
like
I think. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, an early version, and he just it's a simple, basic, but it really does the job well, so to speak. Because the point with these maps were to point out all the module location. That was the
Yeah.
idea,
Hey, TK.
because they are listed under what
Hello.
module with the TSR number on it. So that's the purpose, not to present the whole geography, not present borders, roads, or anything like that. It's module locations. That's the idea. And there was some helpful text and stuff to go along with it in PDF form. So they were really, really well done. And I would say this is a perfect example of a purposeful map. It has a good purpose and it fills that perfect brilliantly, so to speak. You don't need to do the best map. You don't need to do all the geography work or anything. You can create a map more for one purpose, not general campaign map, but to present for someone who wants to pick up all the Greyhawk stuff and figure out where it is on the map. Meaning it does a way better job than my map, because my map doesn't have that purpose. And
Right.
so this map is kind of the opposite of my map in a lot of sense. And it fulfills that job that my map does really crappy job at doing, because that was not my intent. And Braggy does fill this niche brilliantly with this.
I'm gonna put a link in chat. Braggy did a map in 2020 for me in that style of Ull, and he puts in heraldry that he made. For all my conics.
Nice.
Awesome. Then we have to look into that. That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mike linked it in chat there for everyone to take a look at that one too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Great. That is so cool.
I imagine the old map maybe is from his original Atlas series.
I think the background map looks like it. Yeah.
The political divisions. Yeah.
How about this one? This is a blow up of Saltmarsh. You know who? Graham Morris.
I put in this one. It's done by Linda Kikumu or something. I think.
That is the she's from Hawaii that had she had the site with all the heraldry on it back in the late 80s, early 90s. Oh my gosh.
And I put this in here because I wanted to acknowledge all her work.
Wow.
And I need to make sure I pronounce her name right. So hang on a second here. Linda Kikumu or something. Hang on a second. I just need to
Man, now I got a flashback. I'm flashing back to her. Malden, Hootie's site, all those sites.
Linda Kikumu. And she did an amazing job, and she did tons of maps. And I think she also used campaign cartographer. I think she was one of the campaign cartographer banner person, so to speak, that started using it. She did an amazing job. She did a bunch of maps in this style that I think is very cartography correct, so to speak. A lot of wonderful cartography, not the fantasy, but very accurate. Exactly, very, very cartography. And she did a ton of stuff for various things, and she was a very prolific in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Anyone Facebook friends with her? I'm just asking because
I've met her. Yeah. So
you met her?
No, I haven't met her, but I would love to meet her because she did such an awesome some job that in doing it. So I wanted to take one of her maps just to that she did for Greyhawk, but because she did tons of other stuff too, and some heraldry and done that in simple vector, but very effective, very cartography accurate. And I think she really know her cartography.
It'd be nice for her to know that her work is still appreciated.
I pulled all the heraldry off her site back in the day. It was the only place to get it besides scanning it.
Yeah, and right? When we talk about maps, and now we see we have some people that are really good artists, and the maps are more kind of a really beautiful art. But Linda is the opposite. She is, in my opinion, a really, really good cartographer, way more than a good artist. And I really appreciate her cartography. She's an artist too, but like me, she has her primary leg is still foot is in cartography, and then a secondary in artistry.
I wonder what her background was like.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was in GIS and cartography, because these things really they smell cartography up.
You just don't start doing maps like that.
Exactly. She probably has some sort of experience, a professional or whatever, or something, or a fascination with real cartography, because it looks like it comes from there. She did tons of cool stuff for RPG community back in the day for like 10 years or so, from the late 90s to mid 2000s, I think. And I just wanted to take one of her Greyhawk stuff and point it out.
We know who this is. This is a nonsense.
Yes, exactly. And here's another one I think we need to acknowledge. One of the most prolific, most awesome Greyhawk mappers in history, and that is Amundsen. Is kind of
who is now quite
He's-
active in the
exactly in
community
chat and
again,
stuff. Yeah.
and
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
back to doing his
Yep.
maps.
And he's back on it again. So hopefully we will see more cool stuff.
We
Because
haven't had him on
they
yet. We
are-
haven't done one fancy mapping show yet, right? We're gonna have
exactly,
him
not
on?
on the family. Yeah, we
we're
only
gonna
had
have
him
him
on
on.
Living Greyhawk and
Yeah.
some other stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, Von
But-
Moltke's right. You can Innocent's got his
Gotcha,
stuff
Nagoya.
on
Yeah.
DeviantArt.
Yeah. And I also want to say that this is, I think, a very wonderful sweet spot between artistic and cartography.
Mhm.
And
Like
I think he
his
really
font
hits that.
choices.
Yeah, it's like 50-50. It's 50% cartography, 50% art. And he really hits that. In some ways, I think he's superior to me in hitting that sweet spot. And because I blab
They're
around
nuts.
more than he is more consistent. So yeah.
yeah.
And
I like that his mountains
Mhm.
and like they have that realistic look to them, but it still looks like a game map.
Yeah, and also he has a very unique style because he is one
Yeah.
of a few the cartographer that has really like stark contrasting colors that are like
True.
screaming at you in the face, and it still looks really cool.
You know it's good when you can look at a map and you know who it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
By their style.
Yeah.
Yep.
True,
So
true.
so it's cool. I don't think he did the whole of the Flanese, but he did a large part of it.
I think Aries he
Yeah.
campaigns in, I think, mostly.
Yeah. So he did a
so-
lot of it, and yeah. So you can he has a deviant site somewhere, and I should have linked it. I realized, dummy.
He's
But
got
yeah,
more of it coming. He's
He's-
obsessively trying to get back to where he was when he first started.
Yep. So it's really cool,
Started
and also a nice set of fonts and stuff in it, and yeah, it's kind of cool. So yeah. So and then
I hit this
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah,
Great.
hit
If
that
I
one.
made
Yeah.
a map back in the
Mhm.
day like that,
It's
and I
got
had a really
typeset
cool
in the
font,
background on
I
this.
Yeah.
would it would be gone by now. I would have lost that font, and
Uh-oh.
I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm ruined. I'll never,
Yeah.
match that font again."
What is this?
This
don't-
is one of the earliest precursors to Greyhawk.
Yeah.
This is one of the Castle Crusades early kind
Yeah.
of map from pre-Greyhawk area. But I just wanted to I have a couple of examples of these that I just put in there because if you're active in the Greyhawk community now and playing Greyhawk and stuff, just pay a little bit of homage to this. These are some of the earliest scribbles that are mapped that will eventually become Greyhawk. This is pre-Greyhawk. This is Castle Crusade or Gary's private Greyhawk campaign or something, proto Greyhawk. So you have that there is a little bit of near div, there is some dry steps and stuff, but things aren't in the right place. There's whole bits missing and stuff like that. So
it's
yeah,
recognizable though.
Yeah, so it's starting to be recognizable.
Is that another one for this one?
Yeah, exactly. Take Known World. This is another one that and it's not the Known World of D&D. This is, I think, Castle and Crusade Society in their campaigning, and you have a whole bunch of stuff here that are Greyhawk, but there's still a lot of things. This is the same world as the previous.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more advanced, but these are or like pre Greyhawk, so to speak. Yeah. And then after that we have the first and this is the one that we got from here. Here's the one that this is the map that actually became the Darlene map we know, and the setting map. That's the one.
That's the Len.
Yeah,
map.
that I got from Len and previous other high. So
Put
this
that back in the safe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this one is one of the but we have good scans, and this is only a copy. So this is not the original. It's one of the Len copies from back in the 70s. So it's a copy from the 70s that he scribbled on. So my guess is that this was what Gary used to gear up for the publication of the Greyhawk setting. So they did this, sketched out this map and then used that as. Is
there anything on that map that did not make it on the Darlene map?
Oh yes, there are things. There are things. There are things here and there that didn't make it up, and there are some stuff up, and also he had scribbled some stuff in there, but most of it here is there's a place called Rinton, for instance, in North Kingdom. So I see that right now, so I should probably put that in there. That's the one that they changed name on it afterwards and stuff. So
it's just
there are
renamed.
so there are some stuff here and there. Laurel Terma, for instance, is on the northeast part of Lindor Isle, for instance, not where either. Yeah, and that part, it was probably because it wasn't room on the final map, so they had to move it down, and that's why we go all that debacle with.
So Len's eyes popped out of his head whenever.
Yeah, exactly. So that thing is, and there's a place called Rinton here in northern North Province that didn't make it into the it became Rinloru, I think, on the final, afterwards. So Rinton is the name here.
They'll change it back someday.
Really
exactly. So there are a bunch of these. So we should go over this one, and because what I think we should do, I should take the names from this one and put them on my map so we can honor them back in again. So we can have a town or city up there that is called Rinton or something, so we can see. So there are some stuff here and there.
Super obscure.
Yeah. So there are not many, but I would say that there are some things here that
map,
kind of,
though, the condition of that map, it looks like you got that out of some kind of dungeon delve.
Yeah. This is Len's trove of stuff, so to speak, that he put in, and and there's some scribbles and stuff on here. So
So I think I've shown this before. We'll keep on bouncing around here.
Yep.
So this is the Age of Worms Diamond Lake map, from which we're going to be talking about next time we do this discussion on dungeons.
Oh, that's a good one.
But this is a conversion someone did, and I know this. And I apologize, I don't have the site set up, but this is a realistic look of Diamond Lake done exactly for the Age of Worms campaign.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, with all the buildings done up in a circle and all. Yeah, and whenever we play now,
never seen that.
Yeah, whenever we play now in Diamond Lake, I use this map here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I'll build I build this circle here right around. I build.
I guess those Lazzaretti maps are very colorful and bright because they. But that looks more realistic.
If you do Age of Worms or Diamond Lake as a search on DeviantArt, you'll probably find the page, or Greyhawk, Living Greyhawk, or stuff like that. You'll find all this. So it is available on DeviantArt there. So
cool.
Yeah, that's a neat one. That's a neat one. Let's see.
If you go to my folder and go to globe.png, that's one of the most interesting maps in Greyhawk history.
Okay.
This is the coolest map, one of the coolest maps in Greyhawk history. Anyone knows what this is from?
Yeah, but I can't.
I want to say it's from it's from a. It's not.
It's a public. It's a Wizards of the Coast book.
Okay.
Official publication. It's the 3rd edition DMG.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, before, not the third 3.5 DMG, the 3rd edition DMG.
Okay.
And these were the concept images when they sent out before, and it actually made it to the book. And it's a globe of Earth.
Okay.
And it's the only, and since it's published by Wizards of the Coast, and that is the globe, so I'm very, very tempted to use that as the model for, because we have both, we have almost all of the sides. We have a fair bit of it, so to speak. We don't have the whole thing, but we have, a lot of people, that was one of the most printed books in D&D history. So it's been out in huge numbers, and it is kind of cool. Hang on a second. I need to look and see if we can find it on both sides or not. So
I don't know though if it's, I mean, it looks
scale
wrong.
Yeah.
Like this area here, what is this?
Hang on a second.
It's
only it's actually,
what is that?
Those are actually, here is the book. So it's actually, this is what ended up on the final book.
Yeah.
I found these concept pictures, and there's a couple of them, and they show a little bit different. But the interesting thing with this is that if you go with this, that either means that the planet is much smaller or the continents are enormous. and much bigger, so to speak. So that's the problem with going with this, because the oceans are much more, or everything is cramped
Right,
together and
yeah.
there's nothing on the other side. That's the other thing. So it is,
That's-
but Earth is
Heresy.
gigantic. In the Western Eric is enormous on this one. So it has some complications, but I think it's a cool one. And if we're Greyhawk fans, we should kind of acknowledge that the cool thing, we got our globe on
did get a
the
globe.
DMG, and it is kind of cool. So I always cherish
It
this
is.
one.
It's
because of
cool.
that.
It's an artistic rendition. I'd
Yeah.
say
Dreads
'cause
is
it's
a
not
sample.
accurate.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
to, so we can't really go with it. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to show it. As Greyhawks fans, we should get it. We were on the DMG for a while. Yeah.
Like this one, I've used actually a long time ago. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an
Badgery.
official map that was never published. This is for Ivid the Undying,
Yeah.
and it was published on AOL or something like that. On the early internet, it was published.
There's an Earl.
They
couldn't
just
find
gave it away.
I found it on
Yeah.
this map.
Yeah, and this was supposed to be printed in Ivid the Undying, but the Ivid the Undying never got printed, so they just released this map as part of that package. It was a Word document, and this came along with it. So, or
Cool.
maybe they they released it in part of that. So that was so this map is kind of it's a public, it's a TSR map
96.
that was never
Michael
released, so-
Scott. Cartography by Michael Scott.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Office. Michael Scott. Wow.
I don't know who, but yeah, who he was. But I think that was kind of cool because it was, yeah.
It says Michael Scott here. Anyone know who that is? Gary,
Yeah,
Rich,
I-
anyone?
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. There you go. It's a neat one, definitely.
Yeah.
What's this old one?
Let's see. Old
Oh.
one. Yeah, this is a slightly
Oh,
touched up version of
oh,
that
okay.
old
Yeah.
CNC map that someone did a little bit of TLC on and kind of spruced up a little bit. So I thought I put it in there because it's part of our prehistory of maps that
Colorized.
are kind of
I
cool.
put a
Yeah.
link in the chat. I recently did one of my little mini maps of that based off that Adri.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you
cool.
did. Wow. Cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, nice job. Excellent. All right, so very cool on both those. Screen clip. The Yeoman.
Yes. Yeah, this is a cool map. This is one of the best ones that, in my opinion, that came out of the Living Greyhawk campaign. It's done for the Yeomanry Triad, and they had this map done, and in many ways, I think it's an excellent map.
We didn't have it for the discussion either.
No, and I've kind of found it back then, or someone sent it to me, and then I clipped it from their Triad website or something. It's done by a guy, Rick Oliver, in 2004.
Which
That big,
and that is, yeah. So it's kind of a cool map. It's very simple, but still has a lot of detail in it, and I like it because I don't think it's done. I think he done it in Photoshop or something, and sketched it together. So it's not done in any kind of dedicated cartography tools. So it's just.
So I am
done
looking for
Yeah.
a connection. All right, so connect that with this. The Underdark beneath it.
Yeah.
From
mhm.
Malden.
Yep.
So
Always doing his geological.
yeah,
work there.
well, this is, I mean, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So you know,
The different colors or the different depths.
what's up, Curtis?
mhm.
Look at that.
Hello,
I mean,
Curtis.
you know,
Well,
he's got the depths of the
thought of.
levels
Mhm.
too, and
Yeah.
just where where connections are, and
Yep.
yeah.
No
So,
coincidence. Melcott is near all that mess.
yes, which is
Yep. mhm. Of
fun
course,
times.
that's yeah. mhm.
yeah, but a nice one
Night
done
below.
Yep.
by Malden himself.
So far, it's the only real big take on the Underdark I've seen for Greyhawk. I've been kind of
Yeah.
poking around a little bit, but I haven't got to it yet. So
All right, here comes the map.
Mhm.
I don't know who did it. It is of the Kingdom of Sulm.
this one is, yeah, I don't know who did this one either. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah, this is like ancient Sulm here, right
It
there.
looks
Anyone?
very interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyone out there recognize that
Melissa
style?
Pomars is there. Yeah, I don't know who did this one. This is one people go, who did that? I said, I just found it on the internet. I was searching and found this one.
Please give me a copy because I'm
Yeah,
interested in the
absolutely.
future. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Scott?
I did that map. That's one of my maps. I was waiting
Oh,
to
you
see.
did it?
That's my map.
Really?
Oh, awesome.
Are you
Nice.
serious?
It's on Greyhawkery. It's an
Mhm.
unfinished map.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
well,
that's so cool.
and I thank you for the compliments, everyone. But it's an unfinished map.
Oh, no, come on, come on. You don't even need to finish it.
I didn't find it on Greyhawkery either. That's funny.
I've done a lot of maps on Greyhawkery, and that's probably I would put that one at the bottom of my list.
Really? Look, even the Tower of Inverness is on here.
It's a good one, and yeah.
The information that I want to put into this map, most of it's on there.
Right.
But the execution of it didn't quite come out like my South Seas map did. I think I had something in mind. I wanted to do something arid, deserty, and whatever, and that was like my preliminary thing I threw together.
Yep, it's so cool.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, well, I thought it was.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm a little obsessed with Psalm.
Yeah, all right. That's amazing. See,
I am at the moment too. That's why I would like.
All right, well, speaking of
so
that,
cool.
let's look at this then. We'll look at your fifth voyage map for now.
Oh, here
Thanks,
comes
guys.
a masterpiece.
That would be my masterpiece, and it's even that is not much. It's the research and the patching together of maps that I'm proud of. And then someone went and scribbled all over it.
Is that Gary? Gary scribbled all over.
But and I did the same thing when I was running some of my Sea Princess campaigns. I would chart the courses of different campaigns where they were traveling around using that map as a base, and I think that's a great way to use it. My map is all I put on there is ports of call. I didn't really do anything inland. It's all about ports.
Yeah, that's why you styled it like a siege chart.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Very, very cool. Excuse me. Ooh. So my mystery map was Mike's. The irony.
Yeah, that's so cool. That is so awesome.
All right, let me go back to Anna's and then Southern Keelan Political. How's that?
Let's see. Yes, this is one of the maps that I wanted to show because I think it's kind of a cool map. It has a different style to it and stuff. These were done by a guy called Yubasama or something. Sounds very Japanese to me.
Is that a campfire map too?
He probably be on Yabusama, and with credit to Chat Demon, so I just need to mention him. But
that's an old download.
Yeah, he pieced. Yeah, so he did a whole series of these maps for primarily the Sheldamar Valley Grand March. I think he was a mapper for the Grand March or part of the triad for Living Greyhawk as well.
Gary, would you say that those maps were made around the time when you wrote the Q-Land Gazetteer, or is that? Or is that before you wrote about Q?
But I also say that these maps are also really great because he uses transparency in an interesting way. So I'm not really fond of the color scheme. They're a little bit too unicorn pukey for my taste. But I must say that he worked with a lot of interesting techniques that I really I really like.
Around the time when
it reminds you of watercolors. It's a watercolor artwork.
Very muted.
But I like the way he works with gradual transparency of stuff, and that I must say that it's a lot of interesting techniques in it, and yeah, so he has a lot of good technique going there.
I used to have watercolor. I never did a map in watercolor though. That seems like a challenge.
But I think these are done in Photoshop from the start, I think. But he worked a lot with interesting style of cartography that I think is kind of cool.
All right, I got stop eating paint. Yeah, I got three Real Astro maps here.
Yes. Oh, they are so good. Yeah.
That's great.
Real Astros.
This is some of the best cartography I've seen for Greyhawk, bar none. It's a guy done by a guy called. Hang on a second. It's on the map.
Mitch Kumstein. I'm
Gerald Lehman.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know who he is, but he released some maps of Onval, Iron Gate, and Relastra. I think those are the only ones I've seen.
that's a campaign map I think I should use for my Robin Hood campaign.
Yeah.
Because
Look at
these
that river
locations
system.
don't exist in.
Exactly. He's taken a lot of liberty. Things don't match
Boslok.
up with the other ones, and they're added stuff, and the rivers don't go in the same way and
Boslok.
stuff like that.
His
But
name is it Boslok? Is that who it is? What?
it
Boslok.
might be, but yeah,
That's not Boslok's map, is it?
I'm not sure. But he
No.
did a couple of maps, both
He
here
did
in
do some
Iron Gate and a
maps.
few others, and
He
they
did
don't
the city
match.
itself.
Yeah, and he did the city itself too. Yeah, there you go. And I must say that these are some of the best maps I've seen for Greyhawk, period, of made by anyone. The problem is that they're not accurate. They don't match lore. That's the problem. But
Gary
to
says
show
it's
is the
Boslok.
it's the best example of homebrew Greyhawk maps, period. And they're fantastic. Yeah.
And then the third one, he's got sewers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it says Gerald Lehman. I'm not sure if that was his real name and he was just
Must
called
be.
Boslok. I'm not sure. Yeah, so
All
but
good.
it's
He did
yeah,
both.
yep, and it's a great example of layered maps. You can put one on top of each other, and
he
they're
must
just
have been inspired by the city of Greyhawk maps.
Yep, and I also think that he was inspired by another map that I think we should show just after here, because they came out in the same era or a few years after. And that is, if you go to, hang on a second here, go to lgmapfull.jpg. Yeah, go to that one.
Good, Boslok.
Yeah, this is the small version of the one that came out in with the
3.0
during the year 2000 when Living Greyhawk came out first. They had
heat map.
Yes, exactly, the heat map version, and I think it was Brown, I think, or Sam Brown or whatever it's called. That yeah, he did a whole series of them for various product that came out around the Doom Grinder and that era, so to speak. So
look at the size of Alyssa in this map and this thing. They have it crossing over the Great Kingdom.
Oh yeah, they were kind of going they were going all over. I think this map is done. The art order probably went out before the book was fully written, so things don't match up, and that's happens in Greyhawk products. But I think this style is really beautiful, and those maps, it's an era that is forgotten. He did a whole range of maps by the same artist, and I think it's Wood.
There's a little bit of a curve to it, isn't there?
He wants to show that it's the globe thing, and it's the best rendition of projection we've seen. And he did a detailed map of the Greyhawk area with the Sheldon the around that area, and I think there's a Wild Coast one, and it's this one that was done for the whole
definitely
setting.
An info map. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I love this style. It's beautiful. I tried to do a recreation of the style that people say, oh, it's beautiful, but you should not do that instead of your regular maps. We'll see if I ever get time to dive into it. But I just,
Yeah, but you know that this is wrong, Gary. Lands of Danger, half the Principality Yola. Come on, man.
Yeah. So it's yeah, it's kind of it's a little bit over the top here and there, but I love the style. It's really, really cool. It's to me, I get the feel of an in-game map, so to speak, like a handout that Kings would do, or they will have in the city council of Greyhawk will have a map like this to pour over when they make political discussions or decisions
you log out
or stuff.
You're still good. It's because it's a separate program, so
you're
good still. All right, let me how about this one here? Is this Boslok again that we went back to Grand March? Or is this someone else?
Yeah, that's Yabusama. That was
that's
his
Yabusama. Okay.
For the and this one I think is when he really found his style. That this one is his best work, and I think this one is really
clean.
cool.
What's the Sword of Erythnol? Does anyone know?
Now he's added a few things here and there extra. It's a draft though, so it's probably stuff that they were talking about introducing in Living Greyhawk that didn't make it into modules and stuff. So it was one thing that was sent to me. It's a draft map, so it's just he might play the around thing. But I really like this style. It's a really neat, clean, and in many ways very useful. Yeah. So that is good. So he did a bunch for Grand March and Keelland and stuff during Living Greyhawk era, and then we never heard from him again. So He did for a few years, and I think that was the pinnacle of his mapping.
All right, I got a couple for Great Kingdom, and we'll do this one first, and then we're gonna hop to another
Yeah,
one.
this is an
Do
interesting
it,
map.
Dark Elf.
Yeah, this is an interesting map that someone was trying to. Maybe it's I forgot if this Joe Block, but someone
Looks
did.
like
No, I think it's Boogers, the
Timo?
Blackmore.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no.
Boggs.
Alderon, David Boggs.
Yeah, David Boggs. Yeah, he
Alderon.
did it for.
He put where it is.
Exactly. He did
I
it.
love this.
He took the old map. You remember the one we looked at before?
Yeah, and cut
he
it up.
he cut it up and to say which area of
that's
that map
really cool.
where they ended up, so to speak. And I think it's kind
Curtis.
of cool because we can see the roots of some of the areas we have. So the areas that are part of the old gray map, they are the oldest in Greyhawk, so to speak. They have been around since forever, which is kind of interesting that we have so much in the West that are the oldest because they were never redone. And for it, so it's kind of it's kind of interesting.
Where
and there's
is
some
Eurokundi? Wow.
Yeah, exactly. There's some names that have Kingdom of Faras, for instance. Walworth is still there.
Yeah.
To this day, but it's been diminished somewhat. But Kingdom of Faras, that became Furundi.
Yeah.
So we have some Grand Duchy of Ernst. That's an interesting. Now we have County and Duchy there. They have the Grand Duchy. And Neron March.
That's great. That's
a
great map.
Yeah. So we have some. There's some cool history and stuff there. So yeah. The
That's the type of map
is the far
I
ocean.
wish I thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Box
cool.
have done some really cool. Yeah.
Now this Gary just gave me.
Ooh.
So this is this shows a lot of the well, I think it's showing sub kingdoms of the Great Kingdom. Is that what that's showing?
This looks like a historical map.
Yeah. Okay. So Gary, you can tell us what this shows.
Yeah, zoom in a bit. I can't read any of. There you go. That's the old. You have Flan Kingdom of Nuria, Urid Kingdom of Neron. Ooh, this is so cool.
That's a historical map.
Flan King. Yes, this is awesome. Yep.
Nice.
Awesome.
And now we want to have that one. Gary can't sit and hold on to all this.
He put it on. It's in the Discord. I saw it in the Discord.
Okay.
This is a partial map as the flances stood around 800 years ago. It's not done.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Okay. So it's
now he needs to do it and release it.
Yeah, that's what's happening here. That is what's happening.
This is so cool. Yeah.
Flan lands of the Ten Hus. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the big orange area?
That is the Flan lands of the Arapahi, the Rovers.
Oh, nice. Okay. So the Rovers used to really be spread out. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, look, even all the way down the Horn Society and the
Norker territory.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right, let's sneak peek a couple of these.
Any maps of the Sewell and Bakluni empires?
Well, I don't have any. I don't think I have. Let me look through mine here and just see.
On Cannon Fire, I think there's a download for Sunella.
That rings a bell somewhere.
I don't think
Sunella.
I pulled up any. Well, I have a Zeef map no one's seen before.
I don't know if I've ever seen a good stab at what the Sewell and Bakluni empires used to look like a retro map. But I'm sure they're out there.
We have some sketches on it that Gary and me have been working on, and I'm going to once I've done this damn index, then I'm going to work on getting the
you're going to
my take
unearth
on
it.
Yep.
Right. So I'll start out with this person's. I'll start out with one that's an existing one. Here we go. So there, right. So we got the locations of the Isle of Dread where the Isle of Dread was pulled out, right? Well, all the other islands and stuff. This is an older map showing, I guess, and it'll show. There's another version of this that shows underwater kingdoms, if I recall correctly, right? So there you go. So that's one there. But then let's go into here. So. First time seeing some of this. Thank you very much for that. And let's start with this. We'll start with Zeef. Why not?
Mm,
Okay.
Oh yes, that's the one.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Very
there we
nice.
go. Yep. Got Zeev, Tuzmet, all clean, and there.
That's Troy Cannon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Troy.
Troy Cannibal's
absolutely.
Great
awesome work.
coastal undersea maps.
Hmm.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Well,
Yes, man. Happy holidays to
concentrating
you.
on
Merry Christmas to
the
you.
underwater, I'm amazed how much wonderful work he's doing on the land.
All
Yep.
right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
how
Those
about this?
good areas. Gulf of Guiana.
That's
Mm,
more part of that. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah.
look at that.
So
It's
where
like
is
a
this
whole.
one?
This is the, do you have the Hepmona land on the east?
That's
It's
it.
that,
So it's a blown up area. It's a blown up
yeah.
of that
Mhm.
area. Got
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yep.
there's like
So
a whole nother
Sukshan
deep
Bay,
setting.
the
it's a part of
depths.
the, yeah. Hmm.
This is a cannibal.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
Breaker's teeth. I'm
Yeah,
assuming this is
that's
the top tip. No, maybe no, that's not Aldred. Aldred's further out. Okay. So
no.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
This is
all
much closer
West
to,
Coast
yeah.
Hepmonaland.
hit West
Mhm.
Coast
Oh
of
yeah,
Land.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a tiny little bit there.
Yeah.
Let's do this one, and then we'll
And the colors
save
feel
the
very
rest. We'll save
watery.
the other
You know,
four.
like now you're looking at underwater.
This is the north. Burning Hill, Cliffs, the Waste. This is the northern.
Yeah.
If it wasn't covered in ice.
No site, Nagoya. You just have to probably go through the Discord until Troy gets this stuff.
The stuff is
in
not
print.
up. This one is not up. Yep. So this is, of course, not ice covered. All right.
I like the jaggedness.
See it,
of
Michael?
that
Mhm.
of
Yeah,
those
yeah. But you get to see the
coasts.
water depths
Yeah.
here that you don't normally see because
Live
of the
on
ice
multi.
cover.
Merry Christmas.
So,
Merry Need Fest.
all right.
Black Mulberry.
So I'm gonna throw. We're gonna save the other 1, 2, 3, 4 for a little later in the show. Brand new, never seen before. So let's throw up something for Anna. Well, I gotta risk. Gary sent me something in Discord. I gotta risk trying
Yeah.
to download it off.
Mhm.
So let's go to. Which
Pick
ones
one.
haven't we done?
Yep.
Anna's here. We haven't done this one, right? We haven't done this one.
Nope. And that's another one that, and I'm sorry if I messed up the put together. I'm not sure if I put it together or the bits or someone else put it together. But it's Joe Block's or Eric map when he did the whole continent in pieces in Darlene style. And I'm not sure if I put the old map just to get like a reference for it or someone else put it together. I'm not sure. But it's Joe Block's.
He did it.
Yeah, I think so. I think he did it, and I just took the so he made Darlene style using, I don't know which tool he used or something, but
I wish I knew.
Yeah, it's a really cool Darlene recreation of the cowhide, so to speak.
If I crash, I apologize, everyone.
DA1 map. So
crap.
Yeah, so
I accidentally opened Photoshop instead of Discord, so
okay,
I
there
opened
you
them
go.
both at the same time. If we get a, I'm trying to. All right. There we go. I got Photoshop closed real quick. All right, so go to Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one I've seen. I saw glimpses of this one with the lakes. This is good.
Yeah, so Joe Block, this is, I think, the most ambitious Earth, whole continent map I've ever been done, so to speak. And it's
Thank you.
10 times better than anything that TSR or Wizards of the Coast have ever done, so to speak. And it's, I think Joe Block tried to put in whatever lore we have. So we have our Zindia and we have the Celestial Empire and the stuff that we only have few little tidbits and sentences here and there. Yeah, so he put that in there. So it's in many ways I want to give hats off because it is the most ambitious and best work we have of the continent, and he tried to depict from the little scraps of official lore we have, so to speak, and he tried to put that together. And I don't know how much he added, but I think he added little bits here and there to kind of paint the whole picture, so to speak. And it's a very interesting one. And if you want to know the official continent, so to speak, you should probably take a look at this, because this is the most comprehensive work that kind of, there's a couple of things that we need to for instance, there is a northern pass on the western end of the Dramage Ocean, so there's ocean end. So he didn't go with the official DA1 map there, because the DA1 doesn't have the Western Passage up north. So he did some changes to it. So which I think it's cool. I want to stick with the ended ocean there, so to speak, and an overlap north south. But that's just my preference, so to speak, because we have so little lore that preference becomes a big thing, so to speak. But I think it's really cool. It's part of Greyhawk community history, this map.
Ancient Soul Imperium coming. Thanks, Gary.
Yes, yeah. This is Gary and my kind of first little sketch on the we had some talk and some back and forth, and Gary took my map and filled in some lakes on it, so to speak, and so it's, yeah, so this is an idea of it, so to speak, and I'm going to use this as a base when I'm doing my look at the Flannies of the Flan era, so to speak. So I'm going to look. So that will be part of because I'm digging into historic looks of the continent. So I'm doing one that is like 2,500, 2,000 something ish years. So and during the height of the Flan era, when the Sewell Empire was part of that, before the twin cataclysms, and so that's what I would think. It's a high plateau. That this was high and dry, fairly dry, but it was temperate, so to speak, and there was enough melt and stuff. So these are like big, maybe they're a little bit too big in my opinion. We'll see, but so we have them as big, very shallow, large lakes, so to speak, and it's a cold, temperate plateau in the area, and thanks to all the mountains. And we need to redo the hell furnaces, because they should be regular mountain that gets plenty of rainfall, because it's still, even during that era, it's almost down in the tropics. So it's kind of high up, so it's high elevation, temperate plains in the tropics.
So,
and yeah,
wouldn't one of these, the eastern one, be like the Great Salt Lake then, and not really have be have a high salinity, because there's really nowhere that this is going out?
It's going out. Yeah, exactly. So there's probably some connections, but a lot of it evaporates away too. So the salt, it's probably saltier than really fresh water, so to speak. But since they were never part of the salt lakes and stuff, you have to realize that's the last remnant of what used to be of the ocean, and that's where a lot of the salt comes from. Okay. These were probably not, so they are in that sense less salty. So because these are made up from meltwater coming from the mountains primarily. So that's why it's a bit different. Salt Lake is a remnant of that inner sea that was long time ago, when the North American continent was a western eastern half, so to speak.
Very cool.
That's if cool. I know my geology right, but might be wrong. But I think that's part of that. That was so they have so when they evaporate. But almost every lake will, if all the water evaporates, there will be salt at the bottom, because so there would definitely be. I think there will be saltier than regular freshwater lakes, but not as salty as the ocean, so to speak, or not. So and that's the one you can debate about near Div. I will have in my campaign that near Div is saltier than regular freshwater. But so it's kind of a brackish water, because I have it back in the day that it was part of the ocean and then enclosed in. So it has salt in the depth, so to speak, but the surface water, since there's so many rivers coming in.
The Black Sea.
Well, even more brackish than the Black Sea. It's more like the Gulf of Bothnia up in the Baltics, so to speak. The Gulf of Bothnia, you can almost drink it, but not really, but almost. So it's very close to freshwater. So it's very low salinity, but it's higher than just a freshwater lake.
There's your soul connection to the ocean.
Yeah. So and I want to create a lot of these mountains should be much smaller. So before they should be more lowland, so to speak. So before the twin cataclysms, they weren't big volcanic. They were created in the twin cataclysms. So this is just the first step of the map. So I'm going to rework some of it. Yeah.
Is it the Caspian that has seahorses?
Or the Caspian is a real remnant of the Tethys Sea that was around up until I think it was 20 or 30 million years ago or something. The Tethys Sea that went from where India is today all the way through to the Mediterranean. So the Black Sea and the Caspian were part of the Tethys Sea, and parts of North Africa and stuff was all part of the Tethys Sea. That was a very shallow sea that a lot of dinosaurs and stuff lived in from up until I think the last remnant became the Caspian like 20 or 30 million years ago. But a couple of 100 million years ago, the Tethys Sea was large and shallow up there, so to speak, and then that gradually disappeared. And today we had the Caspian and the Lake Aral were parts, the last remnants of it, and the Black Sea and stuff are still parts of it. The Mediterranean is also part of the what used to be the Tethys Sea. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. We can have, even in a fantasy world, we can have old remnants and old geology and stuff, and we can add some like the twin cataclysm, some magical divine intervention and stuff like that have screwed up things through history too. So yep, so that's part of it. So yep.
All right, I'm gonna do a couple of other community people that may not be
Yeah.
necessarily in this community, and I think I've shown these before. During when we did city maps, but let's do that. So this is Vincent Metelier with his colored maps. This is Brenflis, right?
Oh,
So these are all in
yeah.
like the Principality of Ulick area, northern. You got
Yeah.
Brenflis. I know I got more here. You got Oakenberg.
Oh wow.
Yep. And I thought there was a third one. I may not have put the third one on here, but I think there are 3 that he's done in that area.
Really cool.
Yeah, I may not have the third one here, but up. But yep, he's got. Oh, here it is. Ritter's March. Yep. All right. So there you go.
Yep.
All
Awesome.
in that
So-
area. Yeah.
These are great. You know, Anna has that Facebook group, Flannis Geographic Society, and maybe it's because I'm just deeply rooted in the Greyhawk community, but are there people out there who do Forgotten Realm maps like this? Are there groups?
I haven't seen that much. I've looked for it, but I don't see that much, to be honest. They don't seem to be that active on the cartography front because no, even if I Google and I do that from time to time.
They're anymore, that it's played out. It's a very big world.
And it's weird. They should be 10 or 20 times our numbers because due to the amount of people that play in Forgotten Realms.
I feel if I was really into the Forgotten Realms as much as I'm Greyhawk, that I would have done lots and lots of custom maps.
Yeah.
They'd be out there.
Yeah, and just like people who do other stuff, every community should have a bunch of cartographers. That meaning there's plenty of work going around.
And I don't want to. I just posted the thing with Ed on Boxing Day. Maybe we can sneak through a question to Ed like that. But we don't want to get him upset about it. But we can.
No, but we can ask a little bit and see.
So that's that was Vincent Metellier's, and these are Aaron Frokes. I thought I had 3 of his too, but I only see 2. And
now
I love
Aaron's
this.
Isn't that one that has some watercolor to it?
Yeah. This is
it's his is fantastic. Yep.
I'm missing one. I'm missing the Wild Coast one.
Plains
he have Hardby and he's done
the Pomarsh too.
And he done up in the Shieldlands. He did the near White Plume Mountain. He did the White Plume Mountain area too. And these are so beautiful. They're really truly works of art. I love the way he texts them. The labeling is in itself is kind of fantastic. Yep.
Yeah, and this is and that's the real cool one of the Pomarsh.
Yep.
So.
And then he did a high port one that I think is definitely going
Yeah,
to be
maybe
my
that's what.
model
I
of high
have it.
port.
Yep. See, thanks,
Good.
Anna. You
Yep.
directed me right to it. It's probably the best
There you
map
go.
of high port we have.
Oh, it's the best map of high port I've seen. So
Right.
I will try my best to use this as my model if I ever get to high port.
Very cool.
Yep. I love it. It's so good. And it's not only beautiful, I think it's also a credible, good city design that are interesting and looks to me to be believable, so to speak.
Yeah, it looks like something an orc would be carrying around.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question about planes or planets. Did I miss that?
Planes.
I didn't understand the question.
I think a
Well,
lot of us do planet maps. We're doing large continents.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
sized
didn't understand
areas.
that. Okay.
When I read that as planes, I'm thinking, well, if it's a plane, then that's much more abstract, right?
Yeah,
Anna?
we have the other planes of
misunderstood.
existence. Yeah, we have other planes of existence too that might deserve mapping
Like
once
I
you get
recently
into that too.
played in Descent into Avernus, and they had the adventure comes with a gorgeous map of Avernus, the plain of Avernus.
Oh, I
But
think it's
abstract.
Gerald Lando that did
Really?
it. I think. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, and so it has all these landmarks and everything, and it's a very busy map.
Okay.
But it's all abstract.
Yep.
Now,
It's a work of art more than a map.
Yeah.
Which is not saying that's not degrading it in any sense, because it makes it more beautiful, and it's really, really a work of art.
No monks, Sarah, if you're safe. You're very safe to
older editions were planes. Well, the prime material plane.
All right, let's see. This one says by Stuntman 4.
Okay. Now I don't know what you.
Greenway.
That looks like a Froki map.
It is. Looks like one, but it's not.
It looked like a Froki map.
Stuntman 4, it says.
Okay, but it looks very much like Froki's Aaron Froki style. So yeah, it looks really Aaron Froki style. It's definitely same inspiration, same idea of doing things, and I love this. These are beautiful handout maps, and I'm in awe of this. This is so cool. Yep.
Well, Brewing Gale, most of the time I use paper and pen for my maps and colored pencil.
Yep.
I like real quick, sketchy, arty maps.
I do them too, but they're not something I want to show anybody else.
My maps that I do online, my digital maps are usually I take Anna's map and then I just draw all over it.
Let me see here. Okay, that was another one I just came across. This one, all right, I'm on Anna's now. Roxas.
Yeah, this one I wanted to take. I forgot who did one, but this
looks like from Fate of Vistas.
Yeah, and yeah, it's based on that one. It's actually Douglas J. Beringer, and an original map by Robert J. Kuntz, cartography by Diesel. So it's this is one that I think is the coolest because it's the most complete map. It's based of the Fate of Istus or whatever it was when it was published, and they had that map in the Istus style, so to speak. That was done, and this one actually has a whole bunch of places and points of interest. So it has as many as 92 points of interest.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I save this one. So whenever I get to Rossi's, I will look at this one and I will take this one, use this one as a base for continuous work, so to speak. So it is kind of cool because it has so many points of interest, and the points of interest and the general shape are the two things that I will take. And then I will probably take a lot of cues from Alyssa Faden, how she approaches things. And yeah, but I wanted to put it in there because there have been some decent city map work done through the years, so to speak. So yeah.
And if you don't know what you're missing, here is for her Patreon. Here is her Wamtham updated and done. Greyhawk.
Damn.
Right.
That's rich.
Absolutely.
Color and depth.
Color depth and even like little, you can even see the wood, the logs.
Yep.
Right.
It's moving. Yeah, it feels like it's moving.
Yep. And that's Wamtham, and this is Krakenheim. This is work in progress. It's not done.
Ooh.
Yep.
Krakenheim, huh?
Yep. That's the next one she's working on. Yeah.
Okay.
So we showed these on the fantasy mapping show last week, but
Yep.
you know, so look, there's even a Stonehenge type place in here.
I think there was 2, if I remember. I was so underwater then, so
Yeah,
I
you
barely
were. Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah,
So there you go.
it's an awesome work.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's 2 of those. All right, let's see what else we got here. I still got 4 for Troy. Keep on going here. Whoops, I'm in the wrong folder. I'm in the fancy mapping show folder. I gotta get back to the other folder. Did we hit all the ones that Anna did? I
No,
think.
there's a couple of in there that we haven't
Screen
hit
clip.
yet.
Did we do that one?
We have did
Yeah, we did that one.
resource. Yeah, take resource.jpg.
Resource. Yep.
Yep, that one. These
Oh, wow.
are interesting. Yeah, these are interesting. These are actually commissioned by Wizard of the Coast. At least they're published on Wizard of the Coast site. Someone did. These are kind of walkthroughs of famous adventures, and he did a whole
the
series of
walkthroughs.
these. Yes, exactly. I forgot who
good.
did them, but they were published.
Yeah, I featured them on my blog. Every one of them.
Yeah, he did from
now that
Temple of
name-
Elemental Evil, White Plume
Darn
Mountain,
it.
Tomb of Horrors, a whole bunch of them, and this is the Isle of Dread version, and it's basically a walkthrough of the whole adventure, and these are brilliant.
I'm
in my
jealous
opinion.
of those 2 because the time put into doing them
Yeah.
is incredible.
I can imagine. That's pretty
it's
crazy.
like a cartoon style thing that are just
It's
awesome. Yeah,
It's yeah, I've dreamt of trying to do one of those, and I don't know how to approach it.
Yeah, that there, and he uses 3D and perspective, isometric perspective in brilliant. So this guy is a fantastic illustrator, and they are brilliantly made. And then, they're more illustration than actual cartography, but I just wanted to include them because they are map related. Yeah, exactly. It's a map of some form, and there's little blurbs and stuff like that, and they're little cartoon things from the adventure and stuff. So they tell both the geography and the story of famous modules and stuff. They're fantastic. I don't know about how many you did, but like 10 or so of the 10 most remembered things, like Tomb of Horrors, Temple of Elemental Evil, etc., and so on. They're just White Plume Mountain, and so they're just awesome. Yeah,
very cool.
Beyond all the time.
I think that's it on yours, Anna.
I think that was what in my sick hasteness 2 days ago, I managed to find these. Yep.
So let's see what else I have here. So a lot of stuff is published source. I'm trying to stay away from that. Someone did this recently. I think I showed this before. This is the neural map.
Yep.
Yeah.
Neural kind of upside down.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think I've seen that one when they actually pointed out that it was upside down and they turned it around. So I think I've seen it because the rivers go together like the opposite. So it's kind of
this.
I should just.
All right, so this one, post-war Flannis.
Yep.
This has got to be from. Is this from the Ashes?
Yeah, I think it's from the Ashes. There was a gray map on the inside of the cover from the Ashes. I think this is the one with some additions or something on top of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's only upside down. The compass is wrong, or you're not.
Oh well, we not. Yeah, but normally when you that's true. Yeah. That's true, Gary.
Right,
yeah.
So that's post-war. All right.
So post-war Flannis map, I believe, is actually in Greyhawk Wars as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
Only reason I know this is because I've been fiddling with that map recently.
So I think this is another Mike map I found.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, Blackblade Publishing has
Nice.
these big pads of it's single hex with a bunch of little hexes inside of it. And I don't use it very often. I mean,
but look at this. To the Tower of Abbey Dalsum.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, So in the module Mordenkainen's Fantastic Adventure, there's one of those blow up hexes and Hamlet. The T1 through 4, there's one of them blow up hexes. So could you imagine trying to do every hex on the Darlene map in that style? Sheesh.
I mean, it will be great.
And has done it, but just to pull that one hex out and
that would be pretty cool.
Do your campaign around that.
Yep.
No, I love the coloring and all, and I was like, wow, let's share this.
That map right there, I drew on a mapping stream. It was my only time I ever streamed a live mapping thing myself.
Oh wow. Yes. Damn.
But my internet back then couldn't, and my
hang on a second,
could not handle it.
But you should come on when we have mapping live streams on Friday when we sit and just doodle. You should, Mike. You should come on and doodle. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
And the problem was at the time I didn't know how to like get a camera positioned on that map.
Yeah.
But I was while I was doing it, I think I had a handful of people on that day, some friends and other. I don't know if anyone in chat was there when I did this. It was kind of Bob Ross style. I was like, I'll make a little hills there.
Oh, that's
What's
so
on YouTube
cool.
or Twitch?
I think it was Twitch.
Cool.
Awesome. Yep.
That's a long time ago.
That's all right. Trust me, we all start somewhere, man, with that stuff.
Yep.
What? All right, so I'm not sure if I showed this one.
Sons of the Desert.
I showed that one, didn't I? Did I show this one?
No, I don't think so.
No, I didn't.
I have
this. Is cool.
You have this?
I have that map printed out.
Oh.
Whose is it? Do you know?
No,
I don't think I've seen
remember.
this. I don't think I've seen it.
I think I got it off Cannon Fire, though.
Okay. Gary, you just want to ring a bell? Because it's got Greyhawk and Castle Greyhawk and Elmshire tensors, and it's just
looks like a campaign cartographer map.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely CC, old CC.
Yeah.
Hard to say who did it.
But it's got all the key points of that area.
And it's kind of got divers. I think it's
Yeah, it has divers.
It's a great local.
It doesn't
map.
have the Doom Grinder, so it's fine.
It's a great map.
Braggy-ish. It looks braggy.
See, it's better. It's better than mine because it doesn't have Doom Grinder.
We can joke about that.
That's so cool.
I randomly just started pulling stuff off that I saw.
Yeah,
I was like,
that map is one where if I'm going through my shelf and I'm going through random folders, I'll be like, well, there's that near div map I printed out ages ago. I couldn't find it right now. My life depended on it.
Here's another one that's someone took a map and colorized it. Here's the Woolly Bay and put all these locations down on it. Yeah, found this one too.
That's kind of my
I think I found that one somewhere too. Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna handwrite them all in. So hey, that's a way to do it. So Storm Keep's here. Karstein's Castle's here because it's not destroyed. I'm sorry, just kidding. It's because 3rd edition. Let's see what else I got. And
it's not destroyed in my campaign either. I want to have some more Paladin castles here and there. So
Is this Cult of the Reptile God or some other one? It's Orlane.
Yeah,
map.
it's Orlane. Yeah, in Schley style.
It's Schley style Orlane. I don't know where this comes from.
But
it's not from Cult of the Reptile God.
No, I think it's a recreation. But my guess is it might be an original Schley. But my guess is that because there is a Mike Schley style that you can use in Campaign Cartographer, so it might be someone who's really good at Campaign Cartographer and use the Mike Schley style to recreate it, or it might be a Mike Schley original. But I have a sense that it's probably someone who's really skilled at using Campaign Cartographer and use the Mike Schley style that comes with it, that you can get it. So yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Mike Schley, there's a link.
Oh, nice. Mike Schley lives right in Philly too. It's a shame he won't come on. So yeah, in fact, I have one of his maps to link.
Yeah, and he's done Hokoch, and he's done a whole bunch of. Yeah, he did the Great Castle Greyhawk for the.
I like this map. I really do.
He's done a bunch of stuff for Greyhawk too, because he's really been doing just like he had done stuff for the past 15 years at least for Wizard of the Coast. A lot of public publications. So yeah. And his style is gorgeous. Yeah, very artistic, and still has a lot of cartography elements in it that he's disguised into his art, which makes it even better.
Okay, let's see what I have not shown yet. What is this one? Here's another hand one with Elmshire area. Everyone does great. This looks like Mike. Is this you?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Mike.
Yeah. I think it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, you can sometimes tell just by the
handwriting,
it, right?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There you
cool.
Go. There you go.
Yeah, I found another one. That's cool. Yeah. Sometimes, like when you do the searches, it may say Greyhawkery, but it's just a general map search, and a lot of the ones you do pop up, which is really neat. So, I'm not showing anything from Fate of Istis. I refuse. I absolutely refused.
You see, we all stayed away from Fate of Istis because I think cartography-wise, I don't think it's much to talk about.
I can't do it.
Most things done by the community is better than Fate of Istis stuff. So yeah.
Maybe that's why the Grow community is so big into mapping, because we're always trying to correct the professional stuff.
Yeah, because so much of it was done in an era where there was not much
to Farshore.
Yeah.
I don't think this is from an actual publication. Gary, do you agree on this? I think it's hand done. I mean, this is custom done by someone. I do not think this is actual published source.
No, it looks kind of the Paisohawk era with that Photoshop stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
Is this an actual?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Yeah.
It's from there's a chapter in the Savage Tide where you have to build up the defenses of Farshore to defend against
the Red Fleet or whatever.
Because when you look I look at that font and stuff, and that's the one they used on a lot of the maps. So I think it is an official Farshore map. Yeah, official Paisohawk era map. Yep.
Okay.
I think so. Yep. Because all the lettering and all that matches, and the style, someone used Photoshop and layer styling back then, and it yep.
I'm starting to scrape. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna do
scrape the bottom here.
Well, we have some time. Let's go back to Troy. Here's his Empire map, which I didn't show last time, right?
Oops.
The Kopru Kingdom, the Zigzactyl Empire, the Dulran Exclusion Zone.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Farshore is like right here, right? Like right down here somewhere.
Right? It's a whole another world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
crazy.
Long way away.
So the Copper have the Aladred.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and there is that, and then let's go to. All right, here we go. We're going to show some new, never seen before maps, everyone. Get ready. I have 4 we have not shown.
Getting ready to screenshot.
So let's do this one first. This is the Gulf of Gyar, right? So we have the dry steppes. We have a lot of areas.
Nice. Very nice.
Added
another
Gary labeled that. Okay, well that's cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Team effort. Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa, Carlos is finally.
So very cool. So you got a lot of places I've never heard of before on this map, which is cool. All right. That's 1. 2. Grendip Bay.
Yeah. Awesome.
So showing you some water depths here. You got Rotic here, right? Is this Rotic? Running here? And you got running up, and then you got it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Krakenheim, which is being done by Alyssa Faden all the way up here. right? Cool. Where's Caverick's Cove on this?
It's
It's on the, in the
south, right?
Ratic in the northern,
Carlos is.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Nice on the depths, the trenches.
Here's one. Let's see if I can find one that
2 to go here.
I
That's
was
awesome.
missing here.
2 city maps.
This is the one I was looking for that I don't have in digital. That is a forgotten one. But once you've done all the, oh, that looks cool.
It's Asperity.
Oh, awesome.
Nicely done, dude. Lots of sprawl outside the gates. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, and lastly, Solward.
Oh, yes.
Like, even got the trails of the ships. That's nice, man.
Yep. That's a cool one too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one looks really like satellite. Sharp.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Wanted to share those. They were first time out there. So
yeah.
You're not getting any of them, everyone. That's you can ask Troy, but he's it's I will not give any of those out.
Yep.
So
I have one here that it's kind of forgotten.
Okay.
A Greyhawk map that is forgotten.
Thanks,
that
Troy.
Came with the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer.
Oh
in
yeah,
2000.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this one is kind of and not so much for the map, but these religious symbols that are around them are really cool. And I forgot about that for a while, and then I've searched for it because I was interested in doing versions of the symbols. So this, what I don't like about this map is the very pixelated, weird kind of background that just looks crappy. But the map looks good, and the symbols around it looks.
Who did that map?
Really good. I'm not sure who did this one. Yeah, it doesn't say, and it's not that ambitious. It's a very kind of subdued version of the map, but it looks like it's a kind of a recreation of the Pisohawk map, but it's not done by the guy that did the Pisohawk map. I forgot now. So I don't know who did this, but we can look in the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer and see.
I have one or okay. What you're doing? I have one or two that I haven't shared yet.
Yeah, it came with this book.
Oh, yes, the one that the one that
yeah. And let's see here.
This one's
cartography. Dennis Kauth and Rob Lassaretti. So it's a combination, I think. So it's Rob Lassaretti's map in the background, and then they made a kind of a dumbed down version of it and put it on here. So yeah.
This one's called Travel Route. Yep.
So it was this that came out in 99 or something like that, or 2000. So it came out, but I think it came out just before the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer. It's a kind of a mini Gazetteer.
Yeah, it's a dumbed down version of Living Greyhawk.
Exactly, it's a tiny one, but just a very basic.
When I was a kid,
kind of
a
player version. Yeah, it's like a player version, and the other one is a DM version, kind of.
This map is from your Journey to the Isle of Dread article and Dragon. Who do you know who did this, Gary? Who did this map? Yeah, I like the coloring too. That's what drew me to it, and the the seal and everything on this. So yeah, I really like this one. That's why I shared it. But I was wondering who did it.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I know I've seen that map, but it's been so long.
Yeah,
don't know where I saw.
Like I said, I'm just pulling out some miscellaneous stuff left over right now. So I don't know what this one is. What is this? What is this another?
And this also reinvented the hex system. These have 60 kilometer hex, 60 mile hexes, 65 mile hexes. Yeah.
Was Lukish ever done in the Fate of Istis?
I think so. Yeah,
Right, then
I think
I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
sharing that
so.
one. Then that's
Yep.
that's a Fate of Istis map. I'm not sharing that.
Hey, I found the walkthrough guy, Jason Thompson.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a link to some of his other stuff.
Okay.
look.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So I have some Underdark ones. Is this Joe Block? Real High Sinlu?
At least I know he showed it
Well, maybe
some
he didn't do
places.
this one, but I'm almost positive he did the second one. So yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's this one. I think this is his. Or is this one from a publication? This one's from a publication.
I think it's from a Dungeon
That one's from a
magazine or
that
something.
one's from a
Yeah.
publication. This one is.
Yep.
This one's not. That was it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Ghetto. There's a lot of ghettos on here, isn't there? The word ghetto is used in D3 a lot, though. I think that's why, Gary. So. All right, this one is not here. I have these in Muzzle Drum. This one's the Beneath the Isle of Dread map. I think is cool. So Gallus Morga. Some of these I have from the Isle of Dread discussion we did like 2 years ago. Right, there's Gallus Morga under the Isle of Dread, and then here is Gallus Morga itself.
No maps like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that was under that. So yep, you got those two. Pretty neat. I mean, that's deep. I don't remember the use of the term. Yeah, I think they use the term. It's just in the discussion of D3 where they say that there's there's the ghetto areas, but I could be wrong. I could really be wrong on that, Gary. You think you remember something and you may not. I am running out of options here. I'm just seeing, did we do this Salt Marsh? That's a publication one.
So have you guys considered the maps from Greyhawk Rebooted?
I haven't because I don't have access to them. Yeah.
I thought some of those maps were previewed on at least on Facebook.
Some of them are interesting. Yeah, I kind of dropped it that too. So I had some of the earliest ones, but
if
he had
you've
one of
seen
these.
them, I don't know who the artist is, but it has this like black and white ink line.
Yeah, they're not bad by
style.
Yeah, they're good.
And
maps.
there's some customization to them that really speaks to me. But the rest of the content, your mileage may vary, but the maps I enjoy.
And he has the same kind of idea that Joe Block did, a version of the kind of the I would say the stumpy version of Eric, when they just and Flannies are the main thing, and the rest is just a little appendix there in the left, so to speak. And that seems to be a lot of people seem to prefer that way, to keep Flannies the centerpiece and the rest is periphery kind of thing. And
good reasons for it.
And Gray Rebooted, he went with that. So the rest is kind of there to support the stories.
Good one, Gary. That's actually on a
where's this?
Yeah, the Radagast map.
Well, this is Neil Draw, hand done. So I'd never seen it before. Chris Zelter.
Oh, I never seen this one before.
So
it's kind of cool.
And it was a web piece, so I just had to snip it real quick. I did it live, so I didn't crash the stream. I thought that would definitely crash the stream, but I went for it. I mean, it's pretty nice. If you want that, it's gorgeous, but all wrong. Well, hey, you're right. Yes. So it's Gary's head. That's funny. All right. So which one's Radagast? The home Radagast one. I don't have that one. So home Radagast. So we got a Radagast City one. Anna, do we have
no, I don't think we have the.
Because Gary said, should a fan made Radagast City? I don't have that.
It's on the Flannis Geographic Society. That's where I remember seeing it.
Okay.
But can't remember the artist's name. I'm looking for it.
Okay. Well, if you find it and link it, that would be great. I think that's it. I mean, I've literally gone through almost every single thing that's not. Uh,
There's some good Niron maps on Mike Von Molkule's site.
yeah, he did link that too. He linked that to me
Did he link
at the
those?
beginning, another
Okay.
site that he had found, but I just that was off of. It's on my lap. He's linking it. Yeah, remember my Twitch is on my laptop. It's not on my main machine, so I can't even get it over to them. I think we've gone through a lot. I mean, we've gone through like 60, 70 maps. I'm just checking just to make sure here. Oh, DeviantArt, Radagast map. Let me take a look. That's it? Wow. How did I get that over to my machine? It's pretty cool. Well, we've got the link in there. That's a good thing. I was thinking to myself, how the heck am I going to get that over? Wow, that's beautiful. What else do we got here?
Does it say who did it?
Yeah, it would be good to. And I'll always have this. We always have the this is the Free City Greyhawk head map, right? One of the different versions of Greyhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's based
a
on
classic.
the Gygaxian design, which I prefer over TSR's version.
Did
So yeah.
Joe Block do that?
Well, there's this
No,
one.
he made a version.
And then
He
there's
made
this
a
one.
version
One of these
of
is his, I
yeah.
think.
So
Yeah,
there's multiples.
There've been multiple. I've seen like 4 or 5 different ones based on the Gygaxian design, which I prefer the Gygaxian a lot over TSR version of the city. Yeah, much more. It has more a lot of more element, and there's no problem not taking all the point of interest from the box set to put in this city. That's no problem at all, because this is bigger and has more features and stuff. So you can definitely, and that's what I love. I want to see all the things from the Greyhawk box set placed in this version of the city. That to me will be and then add the stuff from the Gord books in there as well. That's my kind of dream version of the city.
Yeah, the Gygax head. It's you can definitely
exactly.
see that. So.
And I kind of like the idea that there is that it is his head in a way, because that's like a picture version of the anagram or the kind of verse. So that fits to the story a bit. So yeah.
And all the locations in the Free City Girl box set are here. You can just see they're all mapped out by number.
Oh yeah, I think they're
Yeah, they're all here.
Yeah.
So they're just not in the same spot as the other map. So you know, you said
aha, Cartographers Guild,
right?
The user, I found that Radagast City map. It's on Cartographers Guild. And username is LUKC. So luck.
Okay, you can look at it. Yep.
And this person, it says, is from South Korea. That's interesting.
Okay.
Let me link that to y'all, because I don't believe that I found it, but here you go.
Nice.
But yeah, that is a very professional looking map.
Yeah, pictogram. Yeah,
wow.
Thank you, Barfriend. Yep.
It's pretty impressive.
So really, sorry, playing catch up. On
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I think that's the only thing he ever did for Greyhawk, because I haven't seen any other ones, and I really like that one. Yep, it's a great map. The only I have there's so it's in many ways it's a really cool map for many reasons.
Look, if we want the greatest city map of all time, I'm just going to bring up my Altamira.
Oh yes, you have to brag a bit here. Yes,
nice.
You have to brag a bit. Yep.
Form follows function.
We're going to be working on this. Boom, 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 boom. So I'll leave that Greyhawk map up.
Here's a link for Gary, in case you're all wondering how big a hole is. The first map, I don't know where I found this, but someone superimposed a map of the Auric, both Aurics, over the top of the
Right.
Earth, I guess,
Right.
for comparative sizing. And I don't know. That's just a very interesting map. I don't know who did that map.
Man, the Flaness fits in all of Russia. It's really scary.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
And
Wow.
then
Well,
the
most
second
things
map.
fit inside Russia. So yeah, it would be worse if it were the other way around. That whole of Russia could fit in the Flat East. That would be more troublesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, yeah, it's we went over a lot of stuff, a lot of great maps. So that's a great looking map. What do you want to?
So just to summarize, the community is wealthy with cartographers. We're very lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, and more to come from everyone. I'm assuming. More great stuff coming.
It never slows down. It seems there's always new.
Always projects going on. Wonderful things that everyone has cranking, and that's always a great thing. Is that the community is active still, and just think of the talents here that are. Yes.
I have another.
The golden.
I'm out of focus.
How'd you get out of focus like that? Wow.
I don't know, but I have another map. Check it out. It's the Flaness.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
When'd you do that one?
So a friend of mine bought me this at a Renaissance fair. Someone was selling these.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a print. It's hand drawn. It's hand drawn. And there was maps just like this of other properties, probably like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, whatever.
Oh, wow.
When they saw this, they knew I had to have it. But yeah, this was at a Renaissance fair. Go figure.
The stuff that comes up at Ren fairs. Yeah. Wonderful things. So look at that. We got through an hour 45 just go BSing and talking about all different sorts of maps. And thank you for those who submitted them. Troy, Gary, Anna, Mike Stuff, and Aaron Froks, Vincent Metellier's, everyone else who had a little tidbit of this. I know that we could go on forever and ever and ever. We did one on towns. We had town maps on a previous one. We showed a couple of them. But there's so many different maps out there. I wanted to throw in a couple curveballs there. Find some home-brewed stuff that people have done, and just share it, and just note that if you look hard enough, you can find like that ancient Greyhawk map. Who would have known that was Mike's? The green, the one all in hues of green.
Terrible.
So
I can't believe of all my maps, I had dozens of battle maps. They're Anna's maps, but I've drawn like troop movements and things on it, and political moves. I got dozens of maps on my blog, and you picked my worst map.
See, I don't think
I should have just kept my mouth shut and left it a mystery.
Yeah, you would be the mystery. The mystery guy, making stuff. So, all right. Well, before we do giveaways and all, it is the holiday season. Things are, I wouldn't say abridged. Of course, that this weekend coming up, we can talk about that in shout outs here. So, Mike, what else is going on with you, man? What do you got going for the holidays?
Well, I don't know if I'm gaming tomorrow because it's so close to the holidays and we got some snow rolling in. So I don't think I'm gaming tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone's got snow and freezing.
Not us.
Yeah. But yeah, usual. Just I'm in a few different campaigns, and then I don't have a post this week for Greyhawkery because I'm working on a map.
Oh, cool.
On theme. I'm working on a map. I got a little more into it than I originally planned. If you guys remember back to like the first hour of this show, Jay flashed up the post-war Flannis map. It was just a black and white kind of drawing from one of the publications. I'm taking that map and I'm making the 576 version of that. Okay. And we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. So not sure about gaming. So
yeah.
Oh, Gary had another one. Sorry, Gary. Yeah, orange and red in that one. Wow, that's interesting. I'll see if I can pop that up real quick. Well,
Oh,
Mike, I hope you have a happy holidays.
will do,
You
Chris.
know, definitely. You know,
Good thing it only takes me 5 minutes to get to work.
well, yeah, it's gonna be nasty. Coming up, for everyone. So everyone needs to be very careful.
Leaking.
A majority of the company, listen to me. So, I think I got it. Gary, I think I got that real quick, but I did close my dashboard out, unfortunately, so I got to reopen that. So, Anna, what's going on with you?
I first have to apologize, everybody. I'm 2 weeks behind because I've been really under the water for like
Yeah,
almost 2 weeks. It's been really bad. I
sucks.
haven't had this. It's like a really severe case of concrete. I didn't taste positive. Had positive. Tested positive for COVID. So I don't know, but maybe we had COVID, but it never tested positive. I tested like several times, but it didn't over several days, but it didn't come. But it was like a severe. So I've been really under the weather. But today is the first day I feel reasonably like I'm really coming back now. So it's good. I've done a little bit of work, but only an hour or two per day, and then I've kind of and been on the streams, and then I've been sleeping for almost 2 weeks. So, but now I'm really feeling I'm coming back. I've done 60 of the 98 maps, but the good thing is I've done probably about 80% of the work, because now there's Hepmona land and a few in the south left that barely have no labels on it. So I'm going to get all the indexing done over the Christmas, at least on Christmas Day. I will have it done, and then I'll wrap up the atlas, and I will wrap up the first of the heraldry compendium is coming out by the end of the year. That's my goal, to really try. I will really try to catch up. So there will be no holiday sitting doing a lot of other stuff. So I will work hard to get the 598 atlas map wrapped up by the end of the year, and the first heraldry compendium wrapped up. So I have that, because now I'm very eager to go forward, so to speak, because there's so many cool things I want to do now that I'm like crazy now. I can see what my new computer can do, and I've done like 5 renders and stuff. So I'm starting to have like a whole bunch of backed up. I've rendered Altamira twice, so to compare the results and look at it. So it's looking good. So the textures and stuff are coming up. So that will take a little bit of time, and that will be. I will now try and do an area render at 50 pixels per 50 feet per pixel, and do 600 by 600 miles to see what that looks like. And so that will come in January. I will do that and see what that looks like. And if that looks as good as I think it will, then I can do. Then I will do 400,000 square miles per time, and then I think I will just wipe the slate clean and say the next 2 years I'm going to do half of the Flannies at that scale, and because now I'm like stoked to do it, and because then we can do whole countries in one go, so to speak, and if I can do like Foriondi in 3 weeks at that scale, meaning, come on, that is so cool, and I'm like, things are falling in place. So it's the opposite from falling apart. So it's really, really cool, and I'm also get the new versions of Gaia that is looking really, really awesome in place. So there will be a little bit of experiment in spring while I'm putting together Altamira and start. But the big thing next year is to put GIS on put this, digitize what we have, so to speak. So the other thing I will do is start working on Earth 2.0, and that will end the first of my historic looking back at the era of the Flan map, like pre-migrations, pre-cataclysm version of the map, and so that is coming in the spring. And Lendor Isles will be I'm setting my site now, so work on that one will start in earnest. So now there's so many things that I will start doing while I'm finishing up Altamira and stuff, and then Altamira will be finished up somewhere in spring. So by summer, we can have some really cool stuff come in, so to speak, and some really large areas, because this is I've worked for 25 years with the old maps, and now the old maps are going to be put into GIS as a base. And from now on, I want to map with new technology and things that are 1,000 times more interesting to work on, so to speak, because now we can start working on city levels and stuff. So city designs and stuff like that coming in. Plus, I want to do way more heraldry and stuff. So there's a whole bunch. But I'm working on that. By the end of the year, there will be a kind of a new blog post on my Patreon, and there's a whole bunch of other things that needs to be published on my Patreon blog too, because I'm like a month behind on that one. So I'm so sorry to everyone. And there's a couple of interesting things. I'm going to talk to Noble Dwarf about prints and stuff very soon, and some work with that. And also I'm going to talk to Daniel Boggs. I owe him a reply, and we have some stuff that we're going to talk about there too. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I've just dropped for the past few weeks, and because I just wanted to get the damn index done. So because I promised myself and everybody else I'm going to wrap up the atlas by the end of the year. I'm going to really do that, and the first little heraldry compendium will come out there too. So yep. So that's basically what's up.
Awesome. So Gary gave me this. Yeah, stick around for a raffle, man. We're almost done. So this is called Plane of Fire. There. So we got one more map.
There's your planar maps. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I'm going to show links and stuff to my stuff here. So hang on a second here. Yeah.
I put up her Anna's Patreon.
Yeah.
So please redo that.
Yeah, and you can, yeah, and
Rip Van Wormer did this. Okay.
Rip.
The Plane of Fire. Got you just things after the show. All right, Anna's doing that. So
you can go to my website there. There's link to my YouTube and Patreon and stuff like that too. And
intriguing idea that winter planes are mirrors of the prime world. Well, interesting. Yep. It's a cool idea where stuff comes out of. City of Brass he has on here, huh? Neat stuff.
It's a nice concept.
Yeah. Tovak Baragu exists on every inner plane. Interesting. So it's a cool thing. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Tuvok Baragu on every inner plane. Yeah. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's like the crux, right? The link. The what do you call it? The keystone.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what's going on? All right. I know a lot of you are going to complain, but like, I'm being lazy, and by popular demand, and my guys want to play because they felt left out from Saturday. Blah blah blah. And it was the terrain's already set up, but I'm doing our BattleTech game tomorrow night instead of D&D. So you guys are gonna have to live with it for one Thursday. All right. So we're all set up, and we're gonna do that. And so my guys get to join in, but we're having Balfrin and Rob Phantom and Patrick Cage Gamer are still playing in this one coming up, just so you are aware. And so here's my trick of my trivia question of the night here, if I can find it. What is the joke here? See how smart you all are. It's the dropship. The Black Leaf 2. What's the joke? Anyone?
I'm not sure. Nope, that's beyond me.
It's obscure. If you got it, you really know your satanic panic
Black
stuff.
Leaf is dead.
Satanic.
What's that? What'd you say? What'd you say there, Mike?
Gaetano says Black Leaf is dead.
Yes. Black Leaf is the character that gets killed in Dark Dungeons.
Oh.
Wow.
Right? Yes, that's exactly. Wow, Gaetano. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Wow, you know your history.
Wow. Yep. Good one. So that was the whole joke with that.
Yep.
All those. That's how old that. That's
place you just went to.
Yes. Wow. I cannot.
So the ship
that.
is steam pipes. Yep.
Yes. And joke. So there you go. The Black Leaf. Wow, man. Yes, so that's just showing that
Mhm.
for tomorrow. So that is Infinite Dimensions giveaway tomorrow still, and probably one Reaper. So we're still having our normal sponsor giveaways. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, isn't it? That he actually got that. Holy shit, Gitano, that was pretty
Mhm.
amazing.
Yep.
All right, and then so nothing's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Okay, family time. But Monday we're back in the swing. Gavin, a special Monday night. Ed is coming on for a Boxing Day celebration for all you Canadians out there, 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
And we're going to go over spells of Greyhawk and the Realms and custom spells that we've created. And Ed
Mhm.
promises some new spells.
Yeah, I
So
have 2 new spells for it at
awesome.
least. I hope I can have a couple of more, but I have at least 2. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So that will be on Monday. And that's as far out
Yep.
as I'm
Mhm.
prepared because we have
Yep.
no idea what we're doing next week. The only other thing I'll say is the ever mysterious Tim is trying to get together, his Rovers game for Saturday, the Saturday after the holidays, which would be Saturday
Yeah.
morning on the 7th.
Mhm.
So,
And
can we
and
use them
my
as,
spells,
why
yeah,
not? Sure.
my spells are 5e compatible.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I use my own version of 5e. So those spells will be useful straight into 5e. Yep. Mhm.
Yes. So we'll have some spells that he creates for us, and I have a bunch of spells. Some I've created, some my guys have created. We'll go over a whole bunch of neat ones and see what crosses over and all. Because I love spells. I mean, look at
Mhm.
this. Think of all the spells that got ripped off of Greyhawk. All the tensor spells.
Yeah.
They're Mordenkainen spells and Melf spells that don't have enough long enough ranges. We know the story.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah. So what's really scary there, Curtis? Want to see something really scary? Yep. So there you go. That will be and that's just the first day after Christmas. We'll have that on a wonderful, wonderful Monday night. And that's all I got tonight, everyone. Trust me, I don't want to have in-law picks either. So, but that's cool. So let's see who wins tonight. Last call. Exclamation point drawing. I plan to give away the Vecna Lives reprint tonight. If you already have it, then just tell me and we'll work it out. All right. So that's what we're shooting for tonight. I got some other stuff still, but that's such a good one. Figured that would be a nice one to give out pre-holidays, and I'll get that out tomorrow. So you have an off chance of getting it before Christmas. All right, last call. Let me close this out. Yeah, Katana, I can't believe you got the Blackleaf reference, man. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. But Gaetano, he knows his stuff. Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, the Satanic Panic cartoon. They burn books at the end. They burn all the D&D books at the end. I gotta show that again. I gotta share that. That's so crazy. What am I doing? I'm closing this out. I'm closing out the giveaway. I'm punch drunk. Here we go. Yeah, I just have mine in digital. That original pamphlet's gold. Goblin of Guy Gaxenor.
Oh wow.
You win that as long as you are on to
Congrats.
claim it. Goblin of Guy and he's in chat. He or she's in chat. So there you go. There you go. Just say, "Yay, you're here." And you got it. And I need. I think I have your name and address. I'll double check though. So tomorrow night we have Infinite Dimensions giveaways, and so Jack Vance lives. Nice,
That's
very
awesome.
cool.
Yep.
So Goblin, I think I got your information, but if I, in chat, because I think I sent you something a little while ago. But happy holidays, everyone.
Yep.
For those of you who have no interest in tomorrow night's game of us just shooting each other with lasers and stuff, have a happy holidays. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you tomorrow
Mhm.
night. But for those, we'll have a fun game tomorrow night. Like I said, you got with Patrick and Balfrin and on the same screen, and Rob. I mean, and
It will be fun.
Tim's coming, so you know there's going to be some craziness, and the rest of the
Mhm.
guys are coming just to play. So well, listen, no, the Suns won't be there. Alyssa won't be there, and Jimmy Duffy won't be there. That Lance has gone off somewhere,
Okay.
But some of the heavy, the real ones, not the recruits, are coming in now. So I even have an NPC in this one coming up. It'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be just a fun time. I don't even know who the hell to raid into tonight. I looked through the list. I'm like, I raided into Phoenixi just recently, 20 size just recently.
Yep.
I'm like, oh god.
Thank you, Patrick.
Guild Superior
Yep.
just recently. I'm trying to figure out who the heck am I going to raid into tonight, and then we'll call it a night. So I'll figure it out. Whoever we do, just sit tight, say hello, and then you can run off. How's that sound? So everyone have Ink and Liar. I have no idea who that is. Bounty on, please remember, it's not Tim. It's Hikaru Wakafuji, his character. Ink and Liar. I never heard of them. Let me look them up. Let me just make sure they're not some conspiracy. Well, it's in English, so at least I'll read into them for you. There you go. All right, why not? Why not? It's not going to hurt us. It's not going to kill us anyway. We'll spread some holiday cheer. Yes, thank you, everyone. Please have a happy holiday. If I don't see you tomorrow, but lurk if you can. Tomorrow will be another fun game. We're just gonna. It's one of those things you get together and have some fun. Mike, Anna, thanks for a great show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
and
all
thank you, Mike, for coming up with the topic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another fantastic idea.
Safe for another week.
Yeah. Everyone, see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Button. Setting the raid up. Dun, dun, dun. I even have to type this in because I don't have them on my friends list. This will be interesting. All right, 75, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good one. See you tomorrow night.
That's not bad. A couple of days before Christmas.
No.
That's good. Yep.
Ink and Liar. Go to their site. They're making